Welcome to Lakota East High School here. Mason Comets taking on the Anderson Raptors in round 2 of the OHSAA Girls Basketball Playoffs. I'm Andrew Little here with Daniel Panetti, bringing you the action for Mason Sports Radio on our audio-only broadcast today due to some OHSAA regulations. Daniel, Comets coming off a big win. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, Comets coming off of a strong win against Colerain. We knew that the Comets would be able to go through very easily. The Comets being one of the top contenders to win the states, as immediately they show why with a nice start.
Yep. Comets win the tip-off, and quickly Anna Habra knocks down a three to open up the game. Putting on a lot of pressure on defense, Riley Yost knocks it out of bounds, but the Raptors will hold on to possession.
Yeah, the Comets are being aggressive very quickly, showing Anderson. This is the toughest team Anderson's had to play all year, so starting out with this full-court press.
Yep. And Costin gets all the way down the court, cannot connect on her layup, rebounded by Becca Sanders.
Yeah, nice job breaking the press, just unfortunately they're not able to capitalize.
And now Habra finds Gilman and Parrish wide open behind the arc, and she can't get it to go, rolls out and rebounded by Costin. Stolen under the basket by Habra, and she lays it up. She's got the first 5 points of the game.
Yeah, Habra, the top rebounder in the GMC, shows it off right there, getting a nice putback. So like you said, she already has the first 5. She's going to have a lot more tonight.
Comets avoid the press on the next possession. Now Anderson working around. Plank guarded by Parrish. Driving inside. Shoots it up with her right hand, cannot get it to go. Once again, rebounded by Becca Sanders in quick transition.
Yeah, Anderson's had some nice shots, some good opportunities so far to start the game, just unable to get them to go down. So
Gilman finds Sanders inside in the post. Back to Gilman on the corner. Habra at the three-point line, and now to Parrish. Inside to Sanders, who puts it up from the left side of the basket and gets it in.
Yeah, nice look down there from Parrish. He's at the three-point line, gets it down to the block to Sanders. The Comets immediately start out with a 7-0 run.
And Dreyer gets past Gilman but can't convert on the layup, and now Gilman headed the other way after the rebound. Comets will reset on offense. Anna Habra leading the charge. Inside to Sanders, now Yost facing a double team, and a travel is called to the Comets with their first turnover of the game.
Yeah, it's moving a little bit too quickly down there in that low post area. But the Comets, obviously no video, but they are keeping this full court press on very strong, and they're not able to get the pass in. So that'll be a turnover for Anderson.
The Raptors average over 30 turnovers per game. That's their first. Parrish finds Gilman for 3, and she knocks it down. So already, just 2 minutes into this game, the Comets are at the double-digit marks. Expect a lot of points from Mason tonight.
Yeah, it's a freshman, Addie Gilman. She's known as a big sharpshooter for this team. That's her 36th made 3 of the year.
Anderson trying to match the quick pace, but Olivia Haven's pass is knocked out of bounds. Raptors will keep it under their own basket. The inbounds from the senior guard, Kayla Plank.
Just feels like Anderson's trying to move too quickly on offense. They're not getting stable shots up, just trying to force things.
And Ella Dreyer, the freshman, drives inside, knocked away by Yost. Picked up her own rebound, but now Comets once again get the stop, and now Parrish is headed up the court and cannot convert on a layup opportunity. Anderson now in transition. It's Dreyer leading the way. She'll take a deep 3 and fouled at the very end by Parrish. Dreyer will head to the line for 3 shots.
And Dreyer will go to the line shooting 65%. The freshman leading scorer for this Anderson team, trying to get them on the board here for a shot up, and it is good.
So Raptors now on the board. Her second shot is up and also good. So 1 more to go because of the foul on the three-pointer and some substitutions. Number 22, Sarah Lunn, checks in for the Raptors as Izzy Lanham heads to the bench for the Comets. Gilman to the bench. Third shot is no good, rebounded by Yost. Jazz Johnson and Adiah Kessler are in for Anna Habra and Addie Gilman.
Yeah, you look at the last game against Colerain, Jazz Johnson leading the team in scoring with 12 points. She's only a junior, so next year She could really get a lot more varsity time and prove why she's one of the best shooters on this team.
And Parrish gets a look and fouled on the shot, the 2-point attempt, and now she's headed to the line.
Yeah, you look at Parrish from the line, 6 in the GMC, 75%. This Mason team in general is nothing but money from the free throw line, 70% as a team.
And her first shot is off the front rim. And another substitution. Annalise Knight, the junior forward, checks in for Riley Yost. So the 5 on the floor, Knight, Sanders, Parrish at the line, Kessler, and Johnson. Second free throw, also a miss, and rebounded by Plank. And Plank has a wide open lane to the rim, but knocked away by Knight and falls off of Plank's leg. So the Comets are going to take over possession.
Yeah, that time she was just able to just drive in without anyone on her. Mason was just too focused on who they had and weren't focused on getting to the person with the ball.
And quick passing for Mason right now, making things difficult for Anderson, and Parrish drives in and gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's just Maddie Parrish being Maddie Parrish, able to drive in like that, make the tough layup. Shows why she is a contender for Player of the Year here for basketball.
And Anderson working on offense. They have a cut inside to Lunn, but it's no good. Rebounded by Parrish, who quickly turns up court, headed to the left side. Will reset. It's now Sanders back to Parrish on the left corner. Three-pointer rolls in and out and rebounded by Anderson. Olivia Havens, the senior, came down with it. And now Anderson on offense. Once again, is Dreyer driving in. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Costin. And the Comets will force a turnover. Jazz Johnson with a 1-on-2. And she drives in off the left glass. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, nice little underhand layup attempt there from Johnson. Just rolls around the rim. You know, would have been a nice highlight there.
And Adiah Kessler and Becca Sanders team up on defense to get a turnover. And now a 3-on-2. Becca Sanders will get a layup missed and rebounded by Parrish. And Parrish puts it back up for some second chance points. And we will have our first timeout of the game with 3:09 left in the first quarter. This one called by Coach Matula and the Comets.
Yeah, two nice offensive rebounds there from Parrish, able to get, the 3 chances there to score. Right now Mason has just been dominating this game offensively, getting the ball back, able to slow down and move their offense. And it's just been the opposite for Anderson. They're getting to the basket, they're getting shots up, except those shots are just off balanced. And you're not gonna win a basketball game if you're not taking balanced and well-rounded shots.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Daniel. Anderson, they're getting opportunities, but they're not taking advantage of it because they're rushing things. Like you said, shooting off balance. And the Comets, all they have to do is get their hands up, and the ball's not going in.
Yeah, already a few blocks for Mason so far tonight. So if you're Anderson during that timeout, it's just, hey, it's the first quarter. You're not even barely over halfway through here in the first. Slow down the drives. You don't got to rush everything. The more you rush, the more that the scoreboard is going to be lacking in your favor.
And we're back from the timeout. Madison Parrish is checked out. Ava Minogue, the senior, in. And Anderson with possession, working around. A 3-point attempt from Greiser off the rim and tipped out off of Anna Habra's leg, so Anderson will hold on to possession. Inbounds pass from the corner. Mimi Greiser passes over to Lampkin. And now inside. Anderson was looking for Caleb Plank with tight defense from Habra, and that ball sails out of bounds. Comets take over.
Yeah, Comets seem to be running a very tight man sort of defense that Anderson's just having a lot of trouble getting into.
Jazz Johnson to Annalisa Knight to Minogue. Still around the 3-point line. Kessler now at the top of the key. Gets a pick from Knight. Inside, steps out, and Minogue with the jumper. Can't get it to go. And it's stolen off the rebound. Anna Habra has it, and Kessler will reset at the 3-point line.
You just got to love that aggression, being able to get on the ground like that. It's just what Habra's done all year.
And Johnson with a 3-point jumper. No good. Rebounded by Sarah Lunn of the Raptors.
Yeah, it's a nice defensive drive from Anderson. They're able to hold Mason, even though you're not able to get some rebounds. A tight defense, they do a nice job. So hopefully you can see them get some sort of an offense up. But that one's stolen by Habra.
Picks the pocket and going the other way. Layup no good. Once again rebounded by Costin. But facing pressure here. A press. Anderson still not across the half-court line. And Plank at the top of the key. Parrish at the scorer's table to check in. And stolen by Annalise Knight. A minute 25 left in the first quarter. Comets with a 12-point lead. Now Johnson out to Kessler on the corner. Habra at the top of the key. Finds Johnson again at the three-point line. Dribbles back to center. Minogue inside to Knight. Back outside to Habra. Back inside to Knight. And she gets the layup.
Just a beautiful, beautiful example of that 5-out offense Mason is running. Able to get it inside, back outside, back inside again. Just perfect execution there from Mason.
And driving inside, Sarah Lunn is fouled. She'll be headed to the line for 2 shots. And fouls on Ava Minogue. That's her first of the game. The Comets' second.
Yeah, Lund, the sophomore, will go to the line shooting just about 55% this season. That first one up, and it is good.
And some substitutions for both teams. Gilman, Parrish, and Sanders back in the game. So 4 of the 5 starters on the floor for the Comets. Annalise Knight in instead of Riley Yost right now. And Yost just headed to the scorer's table. Second free throw from Lunn is good. So Anderson up to 4 points. Under a minute left. Parrish finds Habra working around the perimeter. Now Sanders comes with a 4-and-1 offense with Knight on the inside. Nearly stolen away, but Gilman holds on. And she gets a foul. Drawn, and it's on Lunn. So Anderson now with 2 fouls, and Riley Yost will check into the game.
Yeah, the Comets now out there with all 5 starters.
Parrish, quick pass inside to Sanders. And Sanders will get it to Gilman with a wide open 3-pointer, and she gets it to go. That's her second 3 of the game.
Yeah, second one, and that one was just beautiful from the top of the key. She's just able to swish it right through. It's number 2 for her tonight.
Under 20 to go. Anderson with possession. Plank to Lampkin. Back to Plank at the 3-point line. 10 to go. And Havens drives inside. Anderson with 3 seconds left. Shot goes up. No good. And it'll be knocked out. Out of bounds right before the whistle. So the Comets holding on to a 19-4 lead after the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break and be back with you for all of the rest of the action. Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Comets lead 19-4 over the Anderson Raptors. And Anderson will start with possession. There's Dreyer working on Gilman. Now around to the 3-point line. Passes to Izzy Lanham, guarded by Parrish. And Parrish nearly takes it away, and it's a jump ball.
Yeah, nice job in there from Parrish, able to get in. And not too much for a reach in, but just enough to be able to force that jump ball. She could tell that Anderson was kind of hesitant with the ball, so just able to get in.
The Comets with possession. Parrish to Habra at the corner. Back to Parrish. And she drives, finds Sanders. Now working around, Habra inside to Parrish with the three-point attempt, and she knocks it down.
It's a multi-3 night for Maddie Parrish. You give her an open shot like that, especially right up at the top of the key, she's going to drill that one every time.
Anderson giving the Comets a lot of open three-point attempts so far. And the Raptors with possession, trying to find an open lane. Kayla Plank facing defense from Riley Yost as she drives inside. Yost will swat it away. That's at least her second block of the night. And Becca Sanders in transition goes up with her left hand. That shot in and out. Anna Habra at the three-point line to Yost for three. And she knocks it down.
Seems like all of Mason's getting in that three-point category now. We've seen Gilman, Yost, Habra, and Parrish.
Stolen by Habra, her and Parrish with nobody around. And Habra lays it in off the right glass.
Just Mason's defense has been outmatching Anderson's offense in almost every category so far tonight.
And Coach Chris Carlotti calls a timeout for the Raptors, their first of the game. And the Comets just went on a scoring barrage, 7 points in the first minute and a half of the second quarter.
Yeah, it just feels like Mason is really going to start taking over this game. You know, being a top 2 seed and most likely the front runners for state. Looks like it'd either be them or Princeton. You know,
Princeton, the 1 seed in the region, but that was decided before the Comets and Princeton had a rematch in which Mason came out on top with an 8-point victory. So I think if they had done the rankings about 2 days later, Comets would have been the 1 seed in this region. So, maybe the favorite to come out, like you said, but it's gonna be a tight race. And the winner of this game will face the winner of Goshen, the 7 seed, and Lebanon, the 8 seed, and they face after this game at 7:30 at Lakota East.
Yeah, and Mason is still thinking about last year's playoff game versus Princeton. It was pretty well known that whoever won that game was winning state, and Princeton was just able to slightly get out of there with a 4-point win, 52-48 in this exact building. So, Mason is still thinking about that game.
And last year, I think both those teams, if they were here this year, would be the favorite to win the entire state once again. But this year, pretty wide open. So it should be an interesting rest of the postseason. Yeah, a lot more wide open than the past 2 seasons. And three-point attempt from Dreyer right away. No good. Comets headed the other way. And Habra leading the charge. Finds Gilman. Back to Sanders. Anna Habra with it inside to Maddie Parrish. She's knocked down, no foul called, and Anderson's headed the other way with a steal. Plank faces pressure from Parrish. She dishes it out to Dreyer. And stolen by Riley Yost, using her big wingspan to knock the ball away. And Anna Habra will slow things down. And Becca Sanders is fouled on the shot. She'll head to the line.
Yeah, it looks like all of these turnovers that Mason is generating is from that free throw area of the court. So every time it feels like Anderson's putting the ball in that area, Mason's coming out with it.
Sanders' first free throw, no good.
Sanders is 74% shooter. That's good for 9th in the GMC. Mason with 4 players in the top 10 free throw percentage.
And the second shot, nothing but net from Sanders, so Comets get on the board once again. During that free throw, Adaya Kessler checked in for Anna Habra. And a three-point attempt quickly from Plank. Misses the net entirely. And out of bounds, so Mason will quickly get another possession.
Yeah, it seems like Anderson's just trying to throw up whatever shot that they can get right now. They're only points generating from the free throw line. So, I mean, it is tough to get through this Mason defense. They have been dominating the inside area of the paint. So we get another timeout here. But For Anderson's offense, it's just really hard to generate much going because of how physical and how well this Mason defense has been playing.
Yep. Coach Matula calls a timeout with 5:22 remaining, and at this point you got to wonder how much more of the starters are we going to see. Last game against Coleraine, starters played most of the first half, and then second half was largely the reserves.
Yeah, most of the starters only playing about 10 minutes in that Coleraine game, so you know that they're going to start seeing their limit probably around here. We still have girls like Parrish, Gilman, still in this game, so they're most likely going to keep going the rest of this half and let the others in for the second.
The starters around 8 minutes at this point, and Parrish has it to Gilman. Comets working around, and Parrish from the top of the arc. Her three-pointer is no good. Brought down almost by Yost, but stolen away. And it's Kayla Plank leading the charge once again. Izzy Lanham has it now, and Riley Yost gets a steal. Addie Gilman headed the other way, dishes it to Parrish, back to Gilman with a incredible pass, but blocked. Comets will hold on possession.
And we've seen that a couple times from Parrish. Right as she gets the ball, just pretty much taps it right back to whoever passed it.
And Kessler now off the inbounds pass finds Yost on the corner. In and out, but second chance no good from Sanders. Third time is a charm. Comets now 29-4 lead.
Yeah, just the offensive rebounds have been Mason's almost bread and butter tonight, getting so many opportunities each offensive possession.
Three-point attempt from Lanham, no good. Rebounded by Costin, and now back to Plank at the three-point line. Dishes it to Lund, can't get it to go, and Parrish gets the rebound. She's headed the other way. Finds Yost at the three-point line once again, and Kessler will reset. Parrish at the free throw line. Looks for Gilman on the corner. Back to Parrish. Inside to Kessler, but it's stolen. Plank leading the way. And Lanham stolen by Kessler. And Riley Yost has a lot of open space under the net. And it's Parrish taking it up on the right side, and she gets it to...
Yeah, it just feels like a lot of these possessions are just starting to repeat themselves. Mason has just been intercepting pretty much every pass that Anderson has had. Just Anderson not able to move the ball carefully enough.
Three-point attempt from Plank. No good, but offensive rebound by Lund. Adiah Kessler leaving little room on the perimeter. Poked away by Parrish. Anderson holds on to possession, but no shots available, and knocked away, this time for good. Adiah Kessler with the steal. And Comets, they average 9 steals per game. They're on pace for that in the first half.
Yeah, they might already have those 9 steals. They've just had an answer for everything that Anderson's been throwing at them.
Yost with a turnaround jumper around the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Plank. And Anderson looking inside. Plank will reset it. Costin has it on the corner. Now Izzy Lanham and Plank at the three-point line. Back to Costin with the corner three, and cannot get it to fall. Anderson still trying to hit that three-point shot.
Yeah, almost all of their possessions this quarter has just been a three-point shot. It seems like they're not even bothering trying to go inside on Mason.
And Addie Gilman, the freshman, starts with it. Becca Sanders now to Kessler on the corner. She'll take it long two. And no good, and knocked away by Addie Gilman. And we'll have a slew of substitutions once again. 2:04 remaining in the second quarter. On the floor for the Comets now, Anna Habra, Presley Daniels, Jasmine Johnson, Annalise Knight, and Riley Yost. So both post players on the floor.
Yeah, I would assume that's probably all we're going to see from Parrish and Gilman and stars like that, as we start to see some of the other players get their time in.
Dreyer moving the ball around the court. Stolen by Anna Habra. She has a one-on-one and finds Daniels, but it's knocked away by the freshman Mimi Greiser, who just checked in. And Daniel, really young Anderson Raptors team, 4 freshmen on this varsity roster, 2 sophomores, and almost all of them play serious minutes.
Yeah, the only 2 seniors on this entire roster for Anderson. So, even though record-wise they're not having a great year, it still looks like their future could be on the upcoming because you have these freshmen who are putting up some pretty nice numbers.
And Riley Yost gets a shot from the post and headed the other way. Dreyer knocks down a 3. And that's what Anderson's been waiting for. Ella Dreyer unleashed from the center of the 3-point arc and knocked it down. And now Comets headed the other way. It's Habro with a jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Lampkin. And a minute to go now in this first half.
Yeah, that was Dreyer's 33 of the year. She came into this game top 7 in the ECC for 3-pointers made. It's like he said, the freshman already a top shooter from the 3-point line.
Dreyer makes a good dribble move, passes it away, but then stolen directly after. Anna Habra misses the layup, but Jazz Johnson there to get the change. No good, and it'll be a jump ball on the rebound attempt with Riley Yost.
It will go to Anderson.
So Raptors with possession. Dreyer will start with the ball. 37 seconds in the half.
It feels like rarely when you see Anna Habra on a fast break that she misses those layups. Usually it's just very easy for her to just tap them in. That time just unable to, and even on some of the rebounds.
3-pointer no good from Stockslager, and Comets headed the other way. Parrish has it, 15 seconds remaining.
You got to think Mason
out.
just holds it.
Kessler looking for Annalise Knight at the 3-point line, but Greiser gets the steal. And a foul called on Kessler. Just the Comets' first foul of the second quarter.
Yeah, Greiser had the one-on-one. Obviously it's with Annalise Knight, but you had that one-on-one. She just kind of stops at the 3-point line, and it does get the foul, but you had that opportunity. Your coach is going to tell you every time, just go for it.
6 seconds remaining. Anderson looking for a shot. And they do not get one off, so the Comets will enter halftime with a big 26-point lead, 33-7 over the Anderson Raptors. We're going to take a break for halftime and be back with you for all the second half action. Welcome back for the second half. Comets leading 33-7 over the Anderson Raptors, and Mason will start with possession. Starting five is on the court. And to open things up, Becca Sanders inbounds to Anna Habra. In case you're just joining us, I'm Andrew Little here with Daniel Panetti. First half, just about all Comets. Anderson just one field goal made. And as the Comets working their offense, Riley Yost hits a layup for the first basket of the half.
Yeah, it seems like it's just been all Comets all game. They held Anderson to no shots made other than the free throw from the free throw line until the last minute of the half. So the defense is just looking great. The offense is looking great. So we get a timeout here quickly.
Yep, 23 seconds into the third quarter. Coach Carletti calls a timeout. And Anderson offensively really struggled. 1 for 18 from the field, 1 for 8 from the three-point line. 4 of their points came from the free throw line. They were getting shots off, but just not successful, not converting.
Yeah, and if you see some of the shots that they're taking, they just don't look ready at all. They just kind of get the ball and just throw it up, and that's not a good key to success when playing not just any team, but especially the Mason Comets, who will make you pay for any missed shot.
And immediately after the inbounds pass stolen by the Comets, Addie Gilman looking for Anna Habra. She's met halfway by Izzy Lanham, and the ball's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, very physical. Looked like Anderson was kind of looking for a foul there, but they don't get it. So Mason will have it right below the basket.
Becca Sanders gets the inbound to the three-point line. Works inside to Habra, who puts the layup. Can't get it, but a second chance point from Riley Yost.
Yeah, just in that first half, we saw a lot of Mason getting those second, third chance opportunities and making the most of it. And quickly here in the second half, they're doing just the same.
Anderson, inside shot from Plank, and she's converts, so their first two-point field goal of the night. And now Mason headed the other way. Riley Yost with 8 points on the three-point line. Passes to Habra, who then gets it back to Yost. And Addie Gilman for three. Can't convert. And rebounds by Havens. Ella Dreyer finds Plank. And three-point attempt from Havens is no good. Rebounded by Habra. And Habra driving inside. She finds Becca Sanders on the left side of the glass, and she gets it to go.
Very nice pass. Looked a little slow off the hands of Habra, but just able to squeak it right by Anderson and able to get that layup to go right through. So the Comets make their lead 30. So they keep a hard press going, but somehow able to get it off.
And a block at the basket by Riley Yost. Now Mason heading the other way. It's Anna Habra. Throws it cross court to Maddie Parrish, who drives, and eventually back to Habra for three. Doesn't fall, but stolen by Gilman. Not before a whistle's called, so a foul. Addie Gilman's first of the game.
Yeah, the Comets were very good with fouls in the first half. Now they make that the first one for any team here in the second half. I have a feeling that we won't really see Mason getting into foul trouble as the game goes on.
And Adaya Kessler checks in for Anna Habra. Habra played just over 8 minutes in the first half. Got about 2 in here, so she's at that 10-minute mark. Might be the end of the game for her. Long-range three from Dreyer's no good. Parrish headed up court on the fast break. Looking for Kessler on a pass, but they cannot connect. So Anderson catches a break.
Yeah, Parrish just moving a little too fast down the right side of the court, and Kessler's just not able to haul it in. So one of the first turnovers this half we've seen from Mason. So Anderson gets the ball.
Anderson close to half court. Looking inside, but it's swatted out of the passing lane by Maddie Parrish. Anderson will hold on to possession. And now Anderson facing a double team from Kessler and Parrish. They've moved into a zone defense. And inside, Lanham gets a look, but rebounded by Yost.
It was a very good look. Had that, it was kind of a 1-on-2 layup opportunity, but got the one-hand layup up and just rolls around the rim. So just, Anderson has gone a little unlucky around the net, as that one is good for Mason by Kessler. It'll make it 41-9.
Kessler facing some contact, knocks down a tough floater. Really impressive shot. And now Comets over the 40-point mark. Dreyer drives inside. She's got an opportunity and gets it to go.
Yeah, just a nice aggressive drive-in from Dreyer, and she's able to put Anderson above double digits here.
Now Riley Yost at the free throw line, doesn't hit. And Anderson with the rebound. 3-on-3 on the fast break. Dreyer to Lund for 3. Doesn't fall. Rebounded by Gilman, passed off to Parrish. And Gilman for 3 now. And she nails it.
Once again, it feels like she's been on fire from the three-point line. That's at least 3 for the night.
2 for 2 in the first half, adds 1 there. Now, long-range 3 from Dreyer. Knocked off the rim and barely rebounded before going out of bounds, but stolen by Yost. And Maddie Parrish headed the other way, facing some tight defense. She'll reset over to Yost, back to Kessler. And now Parrish has it again. Finds Gilman. Parrish calls Yost up to the free throw line, passes it back off to Parrish, over to Kessler. Timing's off, but Mason holds on. And Parrish for 3, knocks it down. She's in the double digits.
Nice little off-script play there from Parrish, able to just grab the ball. Didn't even look like she got set. It just throws it up and it goes straight in. Just a great shot from Parrish, shows her sharpshooting abilities.
And one-on-one, nearly stole the ball away. And now a 3-point attempt. Instead, opts to go inside. It's Dreyer with a miracle shot from her left hand off the glass.
Yeah, that's her second one of the half. 2 that kind of look the same. The layup in from the right side of the court. So she's starting to really get into the points area here.
And a foul called. Kessler facing pressure. And more substitutions for the Comets. Anna Habra checks back into the game, along with Presley Daniels, Jazz Johnson, Annalise Knight, and Amani Johnson for the first time.
Yes, the Comets seem to just be rotating a new 4 or 5 in as this game goes, instead of just the regular
Johnson
1
with
or
a quick
2.
three-pointer and knocks it in.
Yeah, Johnson, she had the 12 points versus Coleraine in the win, leading scorer for Mason. She hits that corner 3 there.
Mason still on the zone. Swatted away by Annalise Knight, and Habra headed up the court. Dishes it to Amani Johnson, and she's fouled hard on the way down. So shot does not convert, but she'll have 2 chances at the line.
A nice job by Habra, able to keep possession, had two girls right on her and able to make the nice pass. And Johnson, 63% from the line so far this season. Only 5 for 8.
First free throw is good. And now Anna Habra checks out of the game. Mallory Clark, the senior, checks in. And that might do it for Habra tonight.
And like to mention that the running clock will be going on the rest of the game.
And Johnson misses her second free throw, but gets her own rebounds. And now Clark has it. Back to Johnson. Thought about the 3. Instead, Clark going baseline. Back to Johnson. Will attempt the 3 this time and doesn't fall. Quick transition on offense for the Raptors. Dreyer, who's been leading the charge, has it once again. Manned up by Johnson. Throws it in from the left side and gets it to go. She's had a fantastic third quarter scoring.
Yeah, she's really just done a great job of driving right in, telling Mason that you're going to have to stop me.
And last 5 seconds, Mallory Clark with a three-point attempt. Doesn't get it to go. And Knight with a putback. Cannot convert. And so running clock going now. And the Comets will finish off the third quarter with 51 points. 51-15 the lead here at Lakota East High School. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Welcome back for the fourth quarter. Comets leading 51-15 over the Anderson Raptors. It's been domination today. The Comets 21-2 entering this game. Raptors 2-20. And Mason has shown themselves as a dominant force. Anderson starting with possession, and Kayla Plank. Three-point attempt no good to open the quarter. And we have a running clock here at Lakota East as the Comets lead by 36. Amani Johnson has it for Mason. Finds Maddie Clark over to her twin sister, Mallory. Clark's working the perimeter. Now Presley Daniels, the senior, for three. Doesn't fall, but Maddie Clark gets the rebound. Gets it to her sister. Looking inside for Daniels, but it's stolen by the sophomore Sarah Lunn. And Lunn with a fast break. And she's fouled.
Yeah, on that offensive possession, Clark had to look for Daniels. Unfortunately, just looked to be kind of tipped from Anderson, so unable to get some points on that possession. The nice job of the defense to settle.
Annalise Knight checks out of the game. As Natalie Schaefer, the junior, checks in her place. Anderson with possession. Plank to Lanham. And three-point attempt from Lunn, and it's good.
So it's the second three of the night from Anderson. That makes it up to 18 for them.
Mal Clark leading the charge for Mason, finds Daniels over to Amani Johnson.
This Anderson offense really starting to come together here in the second half.
And Johnson tries to work baseline, instead passes to Schaefer in the post, back to Johnson. Now Daniels at the top of the key. And Mal Clark at the three-point line. And stolen. Daniels was looking for Johnson, and Lunn is fouled by Daniels. She was headed up court.
Yeah, when you have a girl going right down the side the way she was, it's kind of hard not to foul. Unfortunately, not much that Daniels can do there.
Anderson with possession. It's the freshman Dreyer, their leading scorer. To Lampkin. Back to Dreyer for a long three. Nearly knocks it down, but instead headed the other way. Mal Clark with the ball. Over to Maddie Clark. Inside to Kaylin Burley. Back to Maddie Clark for three. And rebounded by the Raptors, Izzy Lanham. Dreyer will take over. But that ball can't connect with their intended target, Lanham, so Comets will take over. Amani Johnson leading the offense to Mal Clark. Schaefer with a three-point attempt, passes away. Imani Johnson to Maddie Clark, to Mal Clark, and Schaefer for three. Doesn't fall, rebounded by Dreyer. And Dreyer with a nice move inside, can't connect, and rebounded by Mal Clark. Fast break, and now just 4 minutes remaining in the game. That running clock going fast. Mal Clark for three. She doesn't get it.
You love to see the Mason bench really getting excited for their girls. Every time a shot's going up, the whole bench is rising. You love to see that chemistry.
Anderson keeping possession a little bit longer here in this quarter. Dreyer to Plank. Plank for three, and it's rebounded by Burley. Monty Johnson for three at the corner. Doesn't fall, but she grabs her own rebound inside to Burley, and she gets it in. So Comets with their first points of the quarter. 3 minutes remaining in this game. Lampkin to Dreyer with another reverse shot. No good. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson, the junior, taking it up the court to the senior, Maddie Clark. Inside to the senior, Kaylin Burley. Knocked out of bounds by Plank. And senior Ava Minogue will check in for Natalie Schaefer. So 4 seniors on the court, and then Imani Johnson, the junior, for the Comets. Daniel, after this game, Goshen and Lebanon playing. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a very nice game to 7 and 9 seeds in this division for the playoffs. So the Comets, they're definitely riding off a very hot hand going into this. So he said the game right after here, so we will know the result in just a couple of hours.
Yep, Kaylin Burley knocks down another shot for the Comets on a second chance. Yeah, Daniel. Lebanon third place in the ECC, which is the conference where Anderson plays. Goshen, Buckeye South champions. So should be a good matchup and give the Comets a test in the next round.
Yeah, we've already seen some ECC teams taking down GMC teams. Saw Lakota West go down to Kings.
That's a big win for the ECC.
Yeah, score 59-38, so a very...
And Maddie Clark knocks down a three-pointer with now 1:46 remaining in the fourth quarter.
So not just a big win, but a very compelling and win that's going to show the rest of the teams in the playoffs that some of these ECC teams are very legit.
Comets have it with under 90 seconds to go. Maddie Clark finds her sister Mal over to Johnson for three, and she gets it to go. So back-to-back three-pointers from the Comets. The long ball is falling, and they're at 61 points now.
Yeah, some very, very big threes for Mason from some of the girls who aren't getting as much playing time. You love to see those from especially some of the seniors who might be potentially getting some of their last time on the court.
Yep. Foul called on Mal Clark, and she steals the inbounds pass. Maddie Clark's got a wide open shot to the rim, and layup no good. A late contest from Dreyer. And Dreyer has it, 36 seconds remaining. Anderson trying to get to 20 points. Lampkin over to Dreyer. And the three-point attempt from Greiser. No good, but rebounded by Redmond. And Stockslager knocks it down for the three-pointer. And Anderson at 21 points. And Mal Clark will dribble it out for the last 5 seconds. So the Comets pick up the 40-point win in round 2 over Anderson. And the 2-seeded Comets going to move on next round to face either Goshen or Lebanon, who are playing directly after this game. So we'll keep you updated on that on social media. Make sure to follow Mason Sports Radio on Twitter. Lebanon, the 8 seed, Goshen, the 7 seed. And thank you so much for watching, for listening tonight. Tomorrow, make sure to tune in as the Comets take on Sycamore in the first round of the boys' playoffs. It should be a good one. I've been Andrew Little here with Daniel Panetti, Trevor Rose working behind the scenes. Have a great night.